Oh yeah, by the way, whose game is it? With everybody saying L.A. cosplay. Yeah. Listen, it's quite simple. Press the free like button if you think that Logan Paul should have won the Money in the Bank contract over Damian Priest. I feel like, man, that was a big mistake. I think Logan Paul should have won that briefcase. That would have made the most sense. Just imagine if Logan Paul was to cash in on Seth Freaky Rollins. It's like, why not give it to Logan Paul? You see, this is why Logan Paul should beat Rey Mysterio for the US title. It's because he's a megastar on social media. This is why I wanted him to win the Money in the Bank contract, because he loves pro wrestling. He would have brought more prestige to that briefcase, because he would have brought that briefcase onto red carpets, onto big time events. He would have brought more eyes to the product. And I kind of feel like he would have brought more sales, because if people would have saw him walking around with that big ass briefcase, his fans would have bought that briefcase just to be like Logan Paul. So if he was to be the US champion, he would most likely show off that title on his podcast, which is a very great podcast. Tons of people watch it. That's what I mean. I feel like it's best for business if he was to win the US title, because he is going to bring that title everywhere he goes, because he loves pro wrestling. Any red carpet event, any kind of event where there's cameras around, I guarantee you this, he's going to bring that title everywhere he goes. And that's going to draw more eyes. His fans who don't watch wrestling are going to want to watch him carry that title around on SmackDown. I feel like his fans are going to want to buy that title on the WWF shop. They are going to want to buy it. So I feel like that's best for business if he was to beat Rey for that title. And look, Rey don't need no more titles. Like seriously, I don't know why he keeps winning championships. At this point of his career, Rey don't need any more championships. So how can you not want Logan Paul to win that title? It's like, he is what a real megastar is. Now, this is for all you LA cosplay fanboys, right? This video is for you. He should win that title because it's going to lead to LA cosplay. Remember, last summer, they already planted seeds on a future match between Logan Paul and LA Copyright. They already gave out that little feeler. And Paul said that he wants to face LA Cosplay because of his fan base. He feels like that will be a great feud. So I feel like they should book Logan Paul and LA Copyright at this year's WrestleMania for the US title. Because look, he is not a world champion. LA Copyright is not a world champion. Have you seen him in Impact? Let this sink in. Why the fuck would you want him to be a world champion? Did you see him in Impact Wrestling? If he didn't draw shit in Impact Wrestling with the same character, fun fact, there is zero difference between Eli Drake and LA Copyright. There's no difference. So let's go back to his run in Impact Wrestling when he was a world champion. Bro, he didn't do shit for that title. Hence why he only won it one time. How can a guy with all that charisma, with a great look, right? He has a great look, he has great charisma, and yet Impact gave him one championship run? Because he is not a world champion. He does not know how to be a world champion. So why would you want to give him a world title for a bigger company? It's like, dude, we already saw you as the Impact World Champion. You didn't do shit. So why the fuck should he beat Seth Freaky Rollins for his world title? It's like, no, bro. You are not world championship material. If you didn't prove it in Impact Wrestling, you ain't gonna prove it in the fucking big leagues. That's not how that works. So no, he's not world championship material, but I feel like he's mid-card championship material. I feel like they should book that match at WrestleMania. Logan Paul versus LA Copyright for the US title. Paul will bring more eyes, more prestige to that title because he is a celebrity. He is a pro wrestler, but let's be real here, he is still a celebrity. So you can't go wrong giving him the US title. Rey ain't doing shit with that title. He has no feuds, really, besides Paul. So I feel like he's the best bet. Look, when it comes to Logan Paul, he is still a big name. That Paul name still draws. So you can't go wrong with him as your champion because he has the biggest name on that roster. And I feel like, look, once again, he's going to bring that title everywhere he goes out in a public setting, which will bring more eyes to the World Wrestling Federation. Because look, his fans are going to wonder, okay, what belt is that? What is he carrying everywhere he goes? That's what I mean. He should be the new U.S. champion. Look, I'm seeing these dumbass sites, right, saying that L.A. Copyright might win the Royal Rumble. These idiots say he has the best odds of winning. Why? That makes no fucking sense. He is already about to face Roman Reigns. It's like, that makes no sense. And here's why. Who is he going to face? He's not facing Seth freaking Rollins. He is a world champion who is a face. LA Copyright is a face. You can't book face versus face at WrestleMania. That makes no sense. So you gotta go to Gunther. You have to go to Gunther, the Ring General. That's my pick on who should win the Royal Rumble. That makes the most sense. He should face Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania. So, listen. It makes no sense for LA Copyright to win the Royal Rumble if he is about to lose to Roman Reigns. And guess what? Let me give you a huge spoiler. It's not going to be a good match. That's not a WrestleMania quality match. Roman Reigns versus LA Copyright? Bro, that's going to be a bad match. That might be his worst match as world champion. So, no. Listen, this dude is a mid-card champion. That's it. That is his ceiling. Listen, he is a fad. By next year, I don't think he's going to be this over. That's not how that fickle audience works. Eventually, his dumbass catchphrases and his whole entire act will get old. That's how the fickle audience works. They ride your dick for like maybe 5-6 months, then eventually they will turn on you. They will eventually turn on LA Cosplay. His gimmick will be corny by next year, I guarantee it. But I'm trying to help him out. Why not give him the US title? So that makes the most sense. You book Logan Paul and versus LA Copyright at WrestleMania, boom. And then that's when LA Copyright will finally win his first title on the main roster. Like, why not? That match will have tons of heat. That's what I mean. So, look. Gunther, the Ring General, he needs to win the Royal Rumble. Now, I think that Mr. Cody Rhodes, he should face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. I feel like, look, man, I really don't want to see them at WrestleMania. Like, I'm just being real. I don't want to see that match at WrestleMania. They have to get that match over with. That's what I mean. Like, okay, how about you have Roman versus Rhodes at the Royal Rumble, and then you have The Rock cost Roman that title at the Royal Rumble, and then that's how we get The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I feel like that makes the most sense. Because I'm like, man, dude, like, how are we going to get there? Roman versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Like, bro, you might as well get it over with. I feel like Cody should beat him at the Royal Rumble. That's how we would get The Rock versus Roman Reigns. But to make a long story short, I feel like LA Copyright should beat Logan Paul for the US title. I feel like that's his ceiling by next year. Okay, I'm done.